Hey, what's up? It's NYCBuddha. Welcome to my channel. We're taking a culinary tour of the great city of New York. Today I have the pleasure of being at Baba Cool in Williamsburg, and we have the pleasure of meeting with Gabi, who's the owner. Stick around and find a little bit about Baba Cool and a little bit about Gabi.
Hi, I'm Gabi Mann. I'm the operator owner of Baba Cool in Williamsburg and Fort Greene. Baba Cool means hippie in French. My grandmother is from Marseille, so I've always had sort of a little bit of a Francophile in me. Not huge, but I liked how Baba had a lot of like familial terms in a lot of different languages, you know, and like Eastern Europe, it means like grandma. Indian culture and East Asian cultures, it has like grandpa or wise one. Throughout college and before college, my only jobs that I actually enjoyed were in service and hospitality. The summer after my freshman year of college, I started bartending. Just absolutely fell in love with it. It was like super fast paced. I liked the fact that I was using my hands and interacting with guests all the time. I heard the most fascinating stories, and I really just like loved that customer engagement. I was not happy at my 9-to-5 and started working at my friend's cafe in the Commons in Chelsea, and I was just so much happier there than I was. Those 10 hours went by a lot faster than my 9-to-5. I also started doing bakery production once I quit my 9-to-5, so I was working a lot of hours every week trying to figure out how a restaurant operates and all the different angles of it. After like about a year of like working at my friend's cafe, doing bakery production, I found this like tiny 315 square foot space in Fort Greene on a corner. Rent was extremely low, and I was 25 at that time and thought it was time to take the risk, so I kind of just dove in without much experience, but just enough to get me started. And it's been a wild ride since. Huge learning curve, still learning every single day, but I'm in 9 years now. So I think that's such an interesting question because I don't have a traditional restaurant experience. Most of the people who inspire me don't have traditional restaurant backgrounds. So like growing up, like Ina Garten was like one of my biggest inspirations, just because like she's such a like businesswoman in her how she functions, and it's not about this like pedigree of being a chef or whatnot. Brandon from Roberta's is a huge inspiration. He's been a huge mentor since I opened the first location in Fort Greene, and another person who just like knew not much about the restaurant industry and grew it into this huge brand. And so people like that who didn't really work the trenches, but just sort of like did a creative spin and worked hard and believed in what they were doing, I think are the biggest inspirations to me. I've been a vegetarian since I'm 6. You know, hippies are free-spirited and planet-loving, and I think it's definitely like eating a lot of vegetables and being vegetarian, something that's defined me since I'm young. Since in the early 90s, it wasn't huge. In the early 2000s, it wasn't huge, and it's just first plant-based diets are just first becoming like a normal way of life. We just put on a new menu item on our dinner called the Drunken Gabi. It's like a noodle dish with a little spin off of like drunken noodles, which is more traditional in other cuisine, but we use like our green goddess sauce. There's sunflower seeds in it. It's fully vegan, vegetarian, and it's delicious, super flavorful. Yeah, if I'm not eating here, I'm eating at home. There's nothing I find more comforting than like spending an evening at home. But there's a pizza place on my block in South Williamsburg called Dough Ballet, and it's a one-man show, and it's always so fun to see like people running the whole thing themselves. I think like multitasking and ability to like chat with people, and like bartenders, for example, like are a one-man show most of the time, and this is kind of a similar vibe where it's one guy making all the pizza, making all the salads, and at the same time seating. Wow. The baba bowl is extremely popular. It was like our first vegetable forward bowl. Obviously the basics like avocado toast and breakfast sandwiches are always key players on any menu. In Fort Greene, I've been a huge part of the community. I know every single homeless person by name. I've been there for 8 years, and Fort Greene's changed a lot, and there's a core group of people who still are there, and I feel like just the presence that I've had and the role of like our approachable kind of mindset is something that's huge in Fort Greene. I don't think we're just ready to open up a third location, but I would definitely be interested in exploring like the East Village or even Miami. Would be happy to spend January, February in Miami.
Hey, thanks for joining me today. Hope you got to know a little bit about Baba Cool and the owner Gabi. Come check this place out. It truly is a cool neighborhood spot. Baba Cool is definitely cool. Thanks for watching today, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stick around to see what's next on NYCBuddha.